Hey, this is Carrie. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. Today I want to answer a question. Can yoga help you lose weight? This is a question that I've been asked frequently, mostly because I lost 150 pounds. And the form of physical exercise that I did when I was losing that weight was hot power vinyasa yoga. Hot power vinyasa yoga is a particular style of yoga that introduces heat to the room, plus a vigorous, energetic form of yoga that keeps you moving at a certain fast pace. Adding in these intensive, rigorous movements does burn calories, and it does create a certain heart rate lift that can aid in the loss of weight. However, not all forms of yoga are practiced in this way. This type of yoga was meant to be more of a cardiovascular workout, but not all yoga is practiced in that way. So can yoga help you lose weight? I want to frame this in a different way. There are other types of weight that we can consider. There's physical weight, losing pounds, but then there's also emotional weight, mental weight, and spiritual weight. And when I think about how yoga helped me to lose weight, I consider all four of these pillars as part of my whole subtle body, my whole physical being. Initially, when I set out on the weight loss journey, I was really gearing to lose physical pounds. I wanted to lose numbers on the scale. And that was where my mentality and my value was at that time. But then as I began to lose weight, other things started to happen in my life. I started to notice more about myself while I was doing the physical practice of yoga. I started to notice how much mental weight I carried, the things that I thought about myself and the world around me. I noticed that I had a lot of emotional weight that I carried, things that I maybe carried since childhood about my body, about the world, about different people in my life. And then there was spiritual weight, the spiritual weight of being a human being in a body on planet Earth with all of the different tumultuous experiences that we have. And so when I started to really consider what type of weight I was losing, I began to realize that it's not just physical weight that yoga can help us with, but it's also this mental, emotional, and spiritual weight that we bring to our mat. There are so many different ways that we can interact with ourselves in the present moment that actually it's not just about physical weight. Although physical weight might be the thing that brings us to the practice. I know that it was for me. At the time, I was really focused on losing physical weight. But the more that I began to practice, the more I realized that there was a whole spiritual, emotional, and mental world available to me through the practice of yoga. I learned different principles that help me embody and physically be present in the world. Some of these principles include my breath. I learned that my breath is a vehicle for how I interact on the planet. I am only alive because I breathe. I learned about my gaze, drishti. Drishti is where we set our eyes physically in the pose. But I learned spiritually that where attention goes, energy flows. So really, so much more became available to me through the practice of yoga once I began to shift my perspective from just physical weight to all of the other realms and areas of my life where I wanted to bring in transformation. So the short answer is yes, yoga can definitely help you lose weight if physical weight is what you're putting your attention on. However, you might come to find that there are other transformations available to you through the physical practice of yoga. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned something today. Please join me for a class sometime. If you're curious about yoga and you're wanting to integrate yoga into your physical life, check out the link below in the description, and there's a link to fill out a form to get a free class from me, either online or in person, depending on where you are in the world. So please don't hesitate, meet me on the mat, and I hope to see you soon.